Welcome in, Rob Lee Hockey, Joe Emer. It's your favorite TV show, First and 10. Of course, that's a favorite show not counting Glee, right?
Oh, there's just so much drama this season. I mean, Quinn's trying to steal her baby back from the parents who adopted the baby. Yeah. It is just crazy. Oh.
Okay, let's start with our game of the week before Emer takes up the full 30-minute show. We started out always great when it's Viger and Spanish Fort getting together, and there's usually something on the line.
That's right. This time it's likely a first-round home playoff game. The loser might have to hit the road.
Yeah, let's head to the Hill, where Spanish Fort is always tough to beat. We've got our Russell Colburn there live. What's up, Russell?
Guys, you know, anytime Viger plays a football game, you know you're in for a defensive struggle. They come into this game only giving up 58 points, and that's the way they're going to leave it. Let's show you how things went down. Spanish Fort coming out of the tunnel. They're linking arms. They want to prove a point that they're going to play as one, but they'll get all excited here. First half, Viger running back D'Angelo Miller is going to bounce a run to the outside, and he is going to make it deep into Toro territory. That would not be the last time he'd bounce a run to the outside. They'd get to the goal line and nothing more. Spanish Fort defense comes up big. They hold tough goal line stand. But late in the first half, Joel Poe, he's going to make a mistake here. Intercepted by Titus Whiteset, and the senior has his Viger Wolves in business. A few offensive plays later, I told you Miller's going to bounce something to the outside. Looks up the gut, doesn't see anything he likes, goes to the outside, and in for the score. 7-0 Viger, and that's going to be your final. Last gasp for Spanish Fort late in the fourth quarter, but Joel Poe throws an interception. I'm joined now by Viger head coach Kerry Stevenson. Kerry, big win tonight. You guys are now second in the region. How big was this? Another impressive performance by your defense.
Well, anytime in this region one is a tough region. Anytime you can go on the road and get a win like this one is a good win. And my hats off to Coach Freeman and Spanish Fort Toros. They did a heck of a job of preparing those kids and coming out. The kids came out here and played hard tonight, and we're just blessed and thankful to come out on top.
Your running back, D'Angelo Miller, a lot of those runs look like they could have been maybe stopped at the line, but the vision gets him outside, gets down into Toro territory, and then puts it in for the score. How big was he?
He was very big tonight. He had a little heavy-hearted. He has his brother passed this week, and he has a funeral to go to. So I know he had that on his mind, and he was playing for his big brother. So he did what he always do for us, be our inspiration, and hopefully we can be his inspiration.
Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
Kerry Stevenson, Viger will be at home against LaFleur next week. Rob and Joe?
All right, Russell. Thanks a lot. Russell live at Spanish Fort.
Yeah, and an emotional victory for the Wolves there.
Absolutely. Thanks. Well, they call it the War on the Shore, and this year, rivals Daphne and Fairhope battled it out in front of the entire Southeast on regional TV. Region title implications in this one. Daphne riding a 22-game win streak and has dominated this rival. Lots of fireworks early. Literally, Joe, look at that.
Did you set up those pyrotechnics?
I did. That's a couple of firecrackers I had in the trunk. We'll pick it up. First half.
That's not very safe.
What? Turnover problems for Fairhope. The scoop up right there by DeQuan Abel. 7-0 Trojans. But this is the T.J. Yeldon show. Breaks the tackle there, and there he goes. He's gone 35 yards. He went for 363 and 4 scores on the night. Ryan Anderson, the Alabama commit. Oh, you don't want that guy landing on you like that. Chase Domino is going to feel that one. Trojan strike again. Terrence Fleeton to Jonathan McGaster. 21-0 Daphne. Fairhope, though, not going away. David Faulkner's group playing tough this year. Brant McDonald on the touchdown here. He's going to bull his way in. It was 21-7 at the half. They got within a little bit of a reach, but then Daphne just gave it to Mr. Yeldon, number 4, and watch this one. There he goes. This one goes for 86 yards. That'll pad the stats. He had 276 before that run, and just finds the end zone there. 4 touchdowns on the night. So it's 45-24 is your final. That's 23 straight wins now going into next week's game against McGill-Tulane. Yeldon the story, though, as I said, 363 and 4 scores.
I just keep going. I just keep telling the coach to give me the ball if I'm getting over 5 yards of carry. So no, I don't never keep up with it. It's a great win for us, but not just me, but for us. It's a big rivalry game. The Battle of the Eastern Shore. We just came out and played.
So Daphne takes care of its end. McGill unbeaten, trying to set up a battle of unbeatens for the region title next week in Robertsdale. Quarterback Jason Smith, some call him the meteorologist, with the option keeper for the 30-yard touchdown, 7-0 Yellow Jackets. Robertsdale QB Justin Vaughn scrambling, trying to elude all of the defenders there, dives in, but he was stopped, did not get the touchdown, and Robertsdale sets this up, a missed field goal. 7-0 McGill Tulin, and now it's 14-0 in the fourth quarter. Moving on to Ladd Stadium for Foley at Williamson. Williamson coming out, ready for another big Friday night contest this week. Jamie Etheridge launches it to Arkenia Thomas, but close, just could not make it into the end zone there. Foley returns the favor with this. Demarius Gilbert to Jamie Wall, and they would go on to score 7-0 Foley Lions all the way down the field. Now with the handoff to Khalif Cohen, and Khalif taking this one all by himself, nobody within any area of him, but somebody was close to the camera, of course. 14-0. Foley had the lead there in the first quarter. 28-8 now in the fourth.
And Lions likely going to wrap up a playoff spot with that win. Well, Blount is just cruising along at 7-0, a playoff spot already wrapped up. The region title could be locked up with a win tonight at Theodore. Of course, Blount's got a bunch of great coaches, Kelvin Sigler, Chris Samuels, the former NFL All-Pro, the brain trust there on the sideline, and they were running it early. DeLorean Bethea going to bounce it outside. He takes it in for the score. It was 7-0 Blount. They've got a lot of weapons, 3 running backs they like to give it to. I like to throw it as well. Quintarius Toppings, third-year starters. A junior finds Demetrius Vaughn, the freshman running back. And this drive would stall on the one. You know, Demetrius Vaughn, Joe. Demetrius Vaughn, that sounds familiar to me. Let's flash back. 2004, he was a Pee Wee All-Star in the Youth Bowl. Watch this. Number 1, Demetrius Vaughn put on a dazzling display, sidestepping would-be tacklers with the grace of a ballet dancer, and then dropping the hammer on the very next step. All right, we come back to reality now. Remember, they were on the 1-yard line when they got stopped, and there's a safety there for Blount, Wendell Pogue. It was 9-0 Blount at the half, and they opened up in the second half. It's always nice to go back down memory lane. Demetrius Vaughn, I remember that kid's name, Joe, and I heard it tonight. I'm like, Demetrius Vaughn. He was a beast back then when he was 6 or 7, and he's going to be a great one. He's only a freshman out there at Blount, and they wrap up the region title tonight over Theodore, 36-15. All right, let's move on. Davidson also there in Region 1, and free food tonight on the grill. Harvest Church providing that. Blount providing all the scoring. Brendan Jackson hits Aaron King. 20-yard pickup coming right at you. That set up Javaris Young. Once King's done doing his business, there's Young. He's going to bust it right up the middle. 7-0. Davidson on the board. Now, Young wasn't done. He had himself a pretty good game. He breaks through here. 30 yards, another touchdown run. 14-0 Warriors. Let's not forget about Davidson, folks. They had a couple of losses. They were ranked early in the year. They'll sneak up on you. Don't want to count out a Fred Riley team. Then going up to the ball one more time, it's Troy Hobbs. Picks up 15 here. That would set up another touchdown. It was a 21-0 Davidson at that point over Bryant, and the Warriors going to win it 42-21. They've got Murphy next week. It's always a good game. They are now 6-2, 4-1 in the region.
Huge night in Daphne for Bayside Academy. With the win, the Admirals would stay undefeated, set a regular school season record for wins, and clinch the 3A region title. So that's a trifecta of gridiron greatness. Let's take a look at some of the faces on the sidelines, starting with the Admiral flag runners. You see all their painted faces there. And how about this runner, the face of Jonathan Walton. And Walton would get it going right away. The first touchdown of the game. He takes it 53 yards into the end zone, putting the Admirals up 7-0. And how about this? It can do it in the air too. Hunter Slater to Jeffrey Steinbaugh for the touchdown. Great play there. And then Slater goes from passing to throwing, and a fantastic cutback right here. Whoop! That was a little Chris Berman style there for you, and gets in the end zone with that one. Back to the air, this time back to Slater Steinbaugh as well. They scored on the very next play after this to make it 35-0 in the second quarter. So Bayside Academy does complete that trifecta of gridiron greatness with a 42-14 victory. Let's jump back into 5A Region 1. St. Paul's already with the region title locked up. Now watch this, Jordan Huff around to the right side. He is injured on the play. You probably remember that name. Jordan Huff has been on our highlights here for 3 years now. He is fantastic. Carried off the field. His replacement, Kylan Tower, gets the touchdown, however, 7-0 St. Paul's. Then Towner playing defense as well, going both ways, intercepts William Silvers and returns for the touchdown, 14-0. Now, more Towner we had there. He punched another one in for 3 yards for the score, 21-0. Huff would be taken off in a cart, so we wish him the best. Hopefully his injury is not too serious, but it does look like it could be a season ender. We're waiting to hear more information on that. Studio 10 will be right back.